We have the Edifier S350DBs. Now, if you're interested in having a decent subwoofer and decent sized satellite speakers, with an active subwoofer obviously, for 2.1 surround sound, and a remote control obviously to control all of that, and then obviously control the frequencies of different low ends and high ends and mids and stuff for your TV or your cinema TV, or just literally about music and stuff. Well, you're in the right place, because technically we're going to test these out, and these should be good because I've tested a lot of Edifier speakers, but these seem like a bit of a beast of a system of 2.1 surround sound speakers. These will cost you $250, but they're much bigger than what you normally get from normal other companies that do stuff like this. We've got an 8-inch bass right here, or speaker, and then we've got an air hole here with those rubber absorptions for the bass, because this speaker does weigh a bit. Right, look at this, yeah, 2.1 surround sound speakers right here. All three of these weigh just under 20 kilos, just under 20 kilos. So I think it's about 19.1 kilos. So on the top, what we got here, we've got bass. No, we haven't. We've got treble, we've got bass, and we've got volume. So this turns up your volume. We go all the way up, but what the thing is that when you keep turning it, you don't know how loud it is because there's no stoppage. Just keep turning it, but you can obviously control it via the remote control. And then obviously treble, it just stops. Bass stops. Press the button, changes. It's meant to change. I don't know why it hasn't changed. Let me hold it down. Does it change? Oh, that turns it off. Oh, that turns it on. Where the hell is Bluetooth then? Don't lie to me, there must be Bluetooth on there. We'll get to that in a second. Anyway, got a little bass reflex hole there. So if you have the speakers on the bookshelf, you need to have it from a certain distance. What you do when you get these speakers, get the bookshelf speakers set up first for your listening pleasure. Put them against the wall, and then put them right against the wall, depending on the bass that you want, the kind of frequency of bass, and then pull them away to get a nicer, deeper, richer bass sound. So they both got bass reflex holes. This one is obviously main, so this is not passive. This is like an active, like subwoofer. This is what that is. And then you've got this cable here. Is this XLR? Yes, XLR. Kind of an XLR cable, nice and thick. Got loads of cable, loads of quality shielding in there as well. But anyway, you've got phono cables here. We're connected to a 3.5mm jack end. It's got two black bars in there, so obviously not for microphone or anything like that, but just straight up nice sound. But these cables are not heavily shielded, they're very thin gold ends to give you that oh yeah, these are going to be better quality and stuff. But yeah, you can get proper better quality phono to 3.5mm jack, which means that if you've got a device that's got 3.5mm jack output, you plug it into it like so, and then you plug this into the back. So that's the 3.5mm jack in there, and then you plug it in to, say, auxiliary. So red to red, white to white, left and right. And then the other one is for PC, which I've got here, which I'm not going to use today. But they do come out with different frequencies. If you've got a nice sort of sound card on your motherboard, it will produce better sound, because then you can mess around with the equalization on there. And then you've also got optical out there as well, which is the best for light traveling down, like internet and stuff, fiber. And then you've got a coax cable there. You've got the old school serial connector, which goes in the back of a PC, but actually doesn't. Goes into the back of this active subwoofer, and this connects to the right hand speaker. So you've got one that drives and then one that's got power on the left, and that's all it is for connectors. And then obviously you've got your Bluetooth as well, and it's easier for people to use Bluetooth. But if you want the best sound, you can, well, Bluetooth 4.1 aptX is not too bad. Over optical, not too sure which one's going to be better. And obviously direct connection for anyone that doesn't have Bluetooth. Well, you don't want to connect to Bluetooth. Right, anyway, we're going to be listening and hearing about this and see what you think about it. Got the Edifier logo there. On the front there as well is where it can tell you where you're going to have Bluetooth, where it's not Bluetooth, where it's connected to a 3.5mm jack. And that one doesn't have anything. So this is the right hand speaker. No, this is the left hand speaker. So technically this is meant to be over this side, and then this one's meant to be over the other side. Like that, so we get the perfect sound. Anyway, let's get on and do this. From here, this is about 60 centimeters away from the actual wall. This is a bit of a hollow wall, so I'll have a bit more bass. But what I'm going to do is keep the sub on the actual table, so you know when you buy these, it's going to sound even better than how I'm doing this now. So I normally do this at the lower end, so it just looks like, oh wow, the speakers ain't that great, which they will be great. Anyway, we're going to use a directional microphone, and we're going to have that away by 2 meters, and then we're going to gradually turn these up and stuff. And if it distorts, it means it's louder than what the actual microphones can handle. But 2 meters away will give you an indication. If it's distorting a little bit and I'm explaining to you, oh, it actually does sound really good, it means the bass is too low for the microphone, so obviously it's complicated to understand. So just hear what I think I say, because I normally talk the truth about these speakers. Not normally, I always talk the truth about speakers. If the speaker sounds rubbish, I will tell you it sounds rubbish. If the bass is great and excellent, but the highs are distorting, or it loses a bit of power in the lower end, or like to compensate. So say like the high ends are like really loud, and then all of a sudden the bass drops in and the sound drops down, so it doesn't give it distortion. I'm going to let you know about that, because technically when speakers are playing, they should play at the optimal power. This remote control is what controls everything, so technically you can use the volume and everything like that, but everything else to like skip tracks and play tracks from Spotify and all that, that's what that's for. And this works. When I tested the other Edifier speakers, that was a range of about 7 meters away, and the batteries were dying, or one battery was dying. But anyway, let's have a little listening pleasure right now, and then we'll talk about that afterwards. So what I'm going to do is just play this music off of here and then gradually get louder. But I'm going to find, to make this easier, I'm just going to find like what I would be listening to, rather than going through all the settings. But I'm going to find it, I'm going to go really low in volume to hear if there's any hiss or any break in the audio sound. But let's go. You live in born, I'm going to set it out. Shoot what I'm scoring, I'm going to set it out. I'm gonna sing it down. Son of God, no, I am not son of man. Blessings keep falling, the favors keep coming in. I got you, but just know I'm texting like losing. Left to the bank, you know that I'm coming. Now, when I was playing off an Epidemic sound, the sound is nice, it's clean, very good, different types. When you start playing MP3s from Spotify, and the music that I listen to is what I know for years and years and years if it's going to sound good or not. So I thought I'd listen to it for like 15, 20 minutes, And yes, I'm pleasantly surprised. I had the volume up full blast, also turned it down as well. Listening pleasure for everyone that wants nice rich deep bass and highs, mids, and obviously moving the speakers around, and that 70% would be where I'd have the volume for perfect with no distortion. When you turn it up, certain sounds or music that you listen to might be a little bit lower in certain lower ends or higher ends, but when you turn it down, you get more of a richer, deeper bass. Everything is like connected together. When you do it and turn it up, it didn't fail. It didn't fail. It didn't really distort. Really, it was more just like really clean, and everything didn't clash and blah. It was really good. I liked it. So yeah, I would 100% recommend these. Because they're decent, they're solid and they're heavy. Just make sure you've got a decent place where to put them. The cables are nice and long and everything like that. But things I don't like about it. Number one, the remote control, because I've got the remote control for the other Edifier soundbar I've got, and it's the same one. So if you imagine this in the dark, you can't see, there's no lighting on here at all. No lighting. So this can be a problem. You've got like, all these buttons are all round, so you pick it up and you're in the dark and you're pressing these buttons and it's doing other things and disconnecting you because you've gone from Bluetooth to auxiliary to freaking optical link and whatever to 3.5. Do you know what I mean? It's always disconnecting you, and you're pressing the volume and you're actually turning the volume down because the volume's up here. It's actually up here. This is the right way. And then you press that and it's down and you're connecting the Bluetooth. I don't like the design of it. I really do hate it. The battery doesn't last too long in it. But in the daytime, obviously picking it up is nice. It doesn't go too far, about 7 meters, as I said. Right, we're changing things. You can skip your tracks through Spotify and anything on the internet, and obviously YouTube. You can do all of that. But other than that, I hate this remote control. And I hate is a very strong word, and I really do hate it because I've been using this sort of remote control for about 6 months, and I just don't use it now. I just get up and I just turn the volume on the actual soundbar. Exactly the same freaking remote control. But anyway, speakers, they're lovely, they sound good, they're nice design, they look cool. When you have your guests around, you know they're going to be loving it and everything like that. The left and right don't sound distorted at all. The sub sounds really nice when you've got it all placed in the room. What I've heard it from right now, I was really pleased with it. So imagine when you got it set up properly, it's going to sound absolutely out of this world. It is really good. You get really heavy bass, and when I mean heavy, you get really heavy. And it's nice and separated from the highs. These speakers sound really good just without the bass, but it's nice to have the bass because it gives you that heavy rocking bass sound, and then it's like an earthquake sort of sound. And then obviously the highs are really nice and crisp and clean, nice drums and that don't distort together and get like muddled up. It doesn't sound like muddled sound. It only sounds muddled when you go to 100% volume, depending on what like tracks you're using. Now, I've listened to reggae, I listen to R&B, listen to pop music, listen to freaking violins and classical, all that sort of stuff. Listen to a whole deep range, and it plays for everything, so that's good. But anyway, this is the end of the review. Subscribe, share, like, follow me on all social media platforms, and please share this video to the millions out there, because if you do, then obviously they'll see it and then they'll be like, oh, what a cool video, I want to get them speakers. Even though I'm not selling the speakers, I should sell the speakers though, really, because I should be a salesman, shouldn't I? But I'm not a salesman. I'm just telling you what I think about the speakers, and I think you should buy them. I think I'm going to actually purchase them and put them in my room. But if Edifier had done, like, I'll give you a note, yeah? Style. Right, style, I'll give it like, what, 9 out of 10, because they look really freaking cool. Weight, like solid, robustness, I would give that a solid 9.5 out of 10, because they are robust. Drop them off the table, probably break the floor. And like for sound, probably a 7.5 out of 10, but because the price is $250, if you can get it cheaper, move it to 8 out of 10, definitely, because Edifier have got better ranges, and there is other speaker companies that do better like stuff, but not that many, and especially with 2.1 surround sound. So you get 160 watts right there. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy. 70 there, 40. Come on, man. Anyway, Roger and out. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.